my Capricorn gang, what's happening, what's crack-a-lackin', and what's poppin', baby? It's your boy Am for CancerMoonsTarot coming at you guys with your November 2020 reading. I hope you guys are well, and if so, let me know down in those comments down below. As always, these readings are general, so if they resonate, that's awesome, and if not, it's not your message. And if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, all that information will be linked down in the description box down below. Real quick before we get started, Capricorn, I just want to say, bear with me today, guys. I am having a little bit of throat chakra issues, so I might not be going as fast-paced as normal, so just bear with me, guys, and I would greatly appreciate that. So let's see what we got going on here for Capricorn throughout November 2020. Messages for Capricorn, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus throughout November 2020. What messages do we got coming in for Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout November 2020. You know, this is pretty interesting because I'm feeling this energy of having to allow yourself to be present, because it feels like you've kind of just been trying to get to the end result, focusing on the end result, and the end result. Like, that's kind of the energy that I'm feeling coming through. Like, my guides are making it very prominent that I focus on being present during this reading, and I kind of feel like that's a message for you guys to be present in your day-to-day life. Don't worry about rushing the process. Don't worry about rushing anything that you're currently going through. Just be really present to the moment that you're in and enjoy the moment that you're in. So I don't know who needed that message. Maybe you guys needed it, maybe not, but it's overall something nice to hear. It's always really great to focus on being present where you are and not worrying about your past, not worrying about your future, just enjoying the now moment, okay? So for some of you guys throughout November here, it's going to be pretty key for you guys to focus on being present and to pull yourself out of waiting for the end result or constantly looking forward to the future. Now let's get one more shuffle here, Capricorn, and we'll see what we got going on for November 2020. Let's take a look. Capricorn, the overall energy for you guys here is the Nine of Swords. Yeah. So the Nine of Swords typically talks about overthinking, but usually it's the fear of the unknown, the fear of the future. The Nine of Swords could be you overthinking about a certain type of situation, or it could be talking about you having anxiety. And when we feel anxiety, all that anxiety is the fear of being in the present moment. Anytime we're anxious, we don't want to be where we're currently at right now. Instead, we want to run away from the present moment. We want to be somewhere else. So the best way to surrender to anxiety is to accept the present moment, and all that anxiety that anybody is having is going to dissipate. So pro tip for anybody that suffers from anxiety, don't run away from it. Don't try to make your panic attack stop. Just allow yourself to feel it, become really present, and you're actually going to work through your anxiety, and it's going to dissipate a lot quicker, okay? But yeah, we got there, that Nine of Swords, you know, that energy of being very fearful, being very worried about something, okay? And keep in mind, the Nine of Swords is something that isn't real, you know? Fear is something that is created in your subconscious. Fear isn't real, you know what I'm saying? So taking a look at your current energy, we have here the Chariot, person you're dealing with. We got here Seven of Wands. Outcome that's present, we have here the Magician. So it feels to me like you are trying to get to some sort of destination, especially with the Chariot card here. You could be dealing with a Cancer for some. Now, when I look at who you're connecting with, they're showing up as the Seven of Wands. So it feels to me like something is kind of a roadblock here. There could be something right now that's in your path that is blocking your success, right? Maybe you're trying to be on the path to success. There could be a roadblock here. Maybe the person you're connecting with right now isn't really going along to the plans that you may have had. Because what I'm seeing here with the outcome, we have here the Magician. You're trying to manifest something here, Capricorn, but something's getting in the way of your manifestation, and it's starting to make you very nervous. It's starting to make you very upset. Now, taking a look at what the Seven of Wands is, let's clarify that real quick. Why is the Seven of Wands showing up for who Capricorn is dealing with? What is this blockage? For Capricorn, please. What do we got? And we have here the High Priestess. Yeah, truth be told, Capricorn, I feel like the only person that's blocking you from the path that you want to be on right now is yourself. I think that's really what it comes down to. You know, we got Pisces energy over here with the High Priestess, but the High Priestess talks about the inner you, the person that you really are. So I kind of feel like you guys are trying to manifest something here, but at the end of the day, you're the only person that's blocking yourself from receiving what it is that you desire. You may be overthinking something that's supposed to be incredibly simple. What is this path Capricorn's trying to get on here? What is the Chariot card talking about? So we can make some sense of this reading so far, since it's not making a whole lot of sense just yet. All right, we have here Eight of Pentacles, And I'm sorry, 6 of Pentacles, and we have here 5 of Pentacles. Wow. So some of you guys right now may be working really hard for financial stability. You may not be feeling like you have the amount of stableness that you're really looking for. So for some of you guys, you're really looking to be stable in your finances here. You know, you might be in that mentality of lack, 5 of Pentacles, not feeling like you have enough to suffice whatever it is you got going on. So for some of you, you may be trying to make a move here with the Chariot and you're saving money. For others of you here, this could be about wanting financial freedom because you're very, very scared of not having enough money in your life to actually be able to live, you know? People don't want to survive. People want to live, especially when it comes towards finances. So I hear you on that. But overall, though, I think what's essentially happening here, Capricorn, is that you're trying to become whole and complete with that 6 of Pentacles. You're trying to be on a path in your life where you feel very successful, where you feel very happy, where you essentially are enjoying your life. You're living, you're not just surviving. And I think that you could have that path if you wanted it. You could have that abundance if you wanted it. You could have that mental clarity if you wanted it. But that 9 of Swords, that 7 of Wands, your mindset is what's blocking you from receiving the life that you want to live. You know, clarify the Magician card. What is it Capricorn's trying to manifest? We have here the Hangman card, and we also have here the Page of Pentacles. A way out from feeling stuck, a way out from feeling stagnant. What is the end result Capricorn's looking for? Okay, the Lovers. Wow. So yeah, I feel like a lot of you guys, hold on, the Lovers, 8 of Wands, and the Fool. Yeah. So I feel like a lot of you guys right now are kind of feeling trapped in the life that you're living. You're not very happy with the life that you have. It's this energy of, I don't feel happy, and I want abundance. I want to have a great career. I want to have a great family. I want to have a great life, but I just don't believe I can get there. And that's right there. That's what's fucking you over, Capricorn. That's what's not bringing you that life of abundance you desire. Because the 9 of Swords is basically you saying, I don't believe that I can get there. I don't believe that I'm enough. I don't believe that I'm going to make it there. You're living in the mentality of lack. You're not living in the mentality of abundance. So Capricorn, when we focus on lack, we attract more lack, right? When we focus on anything that's negative, we receive more negative, right? Where our attention goes is where energy flows. So if you're focusing a lot of your attention on these negative thoughts that are circling around in your mind, you're going to keep manifesting a negative reality. Truth be told, what I think you're looking for is to be set free from this place of feeling stagnant and this place of feeling unhappy, and to have your life start moving in the direction you want it to move in, which is honestly a pretty normal life, you know? You want that energy of being with the person you love, having a family, having a stable job, having a stable house. It's like you're not asking for anything extreme, you're asking for everything that's simple. So you want to be living that simple life, but yet you feel like it's so complex and so hard to find. It's not. You know, this kind of abundance lives everywhere, Capricorn, but you got to get yourself out of your head. All right, so let's take a look here real quick, Cappy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at what's blocking you, all right? We'll take a look at what's blocking you here first, and then we'll take a look at your wants and desires, where things are going for you throughout November, and then the outcome, okay? So let's get into it. This is a different reading style, by the way. It's more of a freestyle because this message doesn't really seem to be much of a love message. There's multiple different messages coming through. All right, so real quick, what is Capricorn's blocks that they're experiencing throughout November 2020, please? Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. First 2 cards out were the 9 of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles. Wow. So with these 2 cards together, you know, there's this energy of feeling unbalanced when it comes towards being okay and stable on your own. I think a lot of you guys are not starting to see your actual strength. You're a lot stronger than you think, Capricorn. And there's this part of you right now where it's like, I don't know if I'm going to make it through this negative mindset that I've been having lately on my own. I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm sinking. I kind of feel like I'm drowning. I don't feel like I'm going to swim. And I think it comes down to like, Capricorn, are you going to sink or are you going to swim? You know, there's this part of you that feels like you need other people to help you move forward from this negativity that you've been surrounded in, from this negativity that you've been trapped in. But the truth of the situation is that you're a lot stronger than you give yourself credit for. A hell of a lot stronger, okay? So that's coming up as one of your blocks. Let's move forward. What other blocks are Capricorn currently experiencing? We have here Three of Swords, we have here Six of Wands, and we also have here the Empress. So, Three of Swords to the Six of Wands. You feel like it's incredibly hard for you to get over heartbreak. For some of you Capricorns, there's still something that you're feeling very broken over. Could have been a breakup that occurred in your life. Could have been someone you loved that you lost, okay? Even on the physical plane. You know, you may have had somebody who passed. Keep in mind, I don't predict death, but there could have been somebody that had passed on, you know, a few months ago, a year ago, however long ago, and that may still be affecting you to this day. So that may make you kind of feel like you're kind of stuck, because that's something that's very painful. That's something that can really take a token on your mental health. So for some of you guys, you know, you may still feel like that's a blockage for you. You may feel like you're not healed or not really in the right place. We also do have here the Empress too. For some of you Capricorns, you may have children. So when it comes towards financial freedom, you may feel like that's a little bit of a blockage, especially if you have children, considering that you have to take care of them. You have to take care of what you have, aka your family, in order to move forward. For some of you Capricorns, you could actually be a single mom here, so you might be working very hard to keep yourself together, but to also keep your family together, whether you have one child or, you know, a few, right? So I feel that energy coming in here too. So what we're seeing here so far for you Capricorn throughout November 2020 in regards to blocks is this energy of you feeling like, I can't do it. I can't move forward. I can't get free from this hell that I'm in. And I'm going to tell you, this energy is going to be sink or swim. You know, you're either going to submit to the negativity that you are surrounded by and totally give up, or you're going to fight, man, and you're going to get what you want at the end of the day. You're going to swim. So remember how in the beginning of the reading, I had this message that came through that was telling you guys to be more present? That message is very important for you actually, because you have to get yourself out of wondering where you're going to end up. Don't worry about your future right now, Capricorn, and don't allow your past to control your life. Take a look at where you're at right now, okay? Take a look at the situation, evaluate it. If there are negative things going on right now, take a look at what could be a solution that could help you with what it is you're experiencing in this present moment, okay? So getting present for you is actually going to allow you to fix your situation, because you're going to see what's going on currently that's actually negatively impacting you, and you can come up with solutions to therefore let go of the things that don't serve you, that are going to allow you to now go to where you want to go, okay? Like I said, what many of you Capricorns are looking for is that simple life, you know, that life of just being happy, having a very stable career, having a very stable family, being happy and being stable in your mental. You know, a lot of you guys are looking for that. As of recently, I feel like you guys are very stressed, you're very constricted, you're trapped in this personal hell of negativity, and the only way you're going to pull yourself out of there is if you start swimming. You know, the more that you give up, the more that you subject to the negativity, the more you're sinking. But the more you become present, the more that you stop focusing on the problem and you start focusing on the solution is what's going to make you swim. All right, so I am seeing that coming through here. And like I said, in regards to your blockages, it may be different for many Capricorns, but you know, there's this energy of not feeling like you can do this on your own and that you need somebody else to help you. The truth is, Capricorn, you're a lot stronger than what you give yourself credit for, and I promise you that. So you got to take a look and hone in on your inner strength, because trust me, there's a lot more strength there than you realize. All right, you can do whatever it is you want to do to pull yourself out of this rut. Second of all, for some of you here, there still could be heartache that came from your past. Remember that your past is not something that dictates you. Unfortunately, there is baggage that we do take with us from the past sometimes, but sometimes not all baggage is worth holding on to. So evaluate the things you're still holding on to from your past that really don't serve you throughout the month of November 2020. For example, if you're still holding on to somebody that you dated years ago that cheated on you or hurt you, you know, maybe those are the type of things that you don't really need to take with you. You know, it's very different in regards to if somebody you loved, if you've lost somebody you loved and they've passed on, you're always going to hold that person in your heart. You know, that's very different kind of baggage to take with you. But if it's things like what you've experienced years ago, or, you know, something that happened to you, an incident that happened to you that just doesn't serve you, where somebody was rude to you, you know, those are the types of things that you could release and not have to bring with you in the present moment. Another thing that I said for some of you Capricorns is that some blockages could be, you know, you could be a single parent here. You may be having a lot of problems right now when it comes towards finances, especially with the Five of Pentacles. You know, you may feel right now like you're sinking, you know, and that's where basically this entire reading is getting to. The main point, it's like sink or swim. You know, a lot of you guys are starting to feel like you're sinking, but the only way you're going to swim is if you allow yourself to cut off the dead weight that's dragging you down. Point blank period. You know, if you go out into the ocean and you have an anchor tied to your leg, you're going to go down. Okay? Think of that anchor as baggage. It's going to drag you down. You're going to sink. The only way you can swim is if you cut that anchor off. So you got to cut off that baggage. All right? So it's time to get real present here throughout November 2020, Capricorn, in order to live the lifestyle that you desire to live. All right? And it's possible, man. You can pull yourself out of this cycle of negativity and live that simple and easy life that you guys are looking for, you know? When you start having a positive mindset, guys, when you start focusing on solutions, as I mentioned previously, where your attention goes is where energy flows. When you start putting your attention on things that are positive and things that are serving you in your highest of good, you will see an immense change in your life. You really will. I promise you that. All right? Now, let's take a look here, Capricorn, and see what we got going on for your desires, what your hopes and desires are throughout November 2020. What do we got? We have here Four of Cups, we have here Temperance, we have here the Hermit, and we also have here the King of Cups. Interesting. So your hopes and desires are definitely to get to a place where you feel like you can heal. I think that you've held on to a lot of baggage for such a long time. You know, your true and genuine hope is to be able to feel happy again, to be able to feel good again. You know, a lot of you guys are missing the feeling of just genuinely feeling happy with the life that you're living, you know? So that's something that you want to feel again. And with the Hermit card here to the King of Cups, being surrounded by people that you love is definitely one of your hope here, your hopes and desires. To be surrounded by people that support you, to be surrounded by individuals that make you feel less lonely, because there is this element of loneliness here that some of you guys may be feeling throughout November. You know, you kind of feel like you're going through the Nine of Swords all by yourself. You're like, I have all these swords and I have nobody to pull them out, so I have to pull them out for myself. So, you know, with this energy of being alone and with all this stress and with all this frustration and with all this negativity, you know, I'm sinking, is what you're saying. But you have a lot of hopes and desires to fucking float. You have a lot of hopes and desires to swim. So the truth is, Capricorn, is you don't really want to sink. You actually want to swim. Moving forward into your hopes and desires, Three of Wands, Queen of Wands. Yeah. You're just trying to get that burst of motivation back. You're hoping that you can get your shit together. You're hoping that you can get on top of yourself. You're hoping, essentially, that everything is going to work out to pull you out of this rut and to bring you into a very stable place. So, Capricorn, the truth is that you don't want to sink. You really do want to swim. So, if you want it that bad, you got to go ahead and have it. Now, in regards to what's actually going on with Capricorn throughout November here, what do we got? Wheel of Fortune, Sun card, Seven of Swords, Nine of Cups. Capricorn, you could have all this abundance, dude. You could have all of this abundance if you start doing what you want, if you start letting go of your baggage, if you start focusing on putting your energy into things that are positive for you. But the only way you're not going to receive it is by self-deceiving yourself, by believing that you can't attain it. Remember, I said for a good majority of you guys, and maybe this isn't the lifestyle you want to live, but what came out was the Fool card, the Lovers, the Eight of Wands. You know, you want to live a nice and simple life, a life with family and a stable job and just happy place, right? Maybe that's not what every Capricorn wants to live in, but ultimately, you want to live a life that fulfills you. And the thing is that right now, you're not feeling very fulfilled. The only reason, or the only thing that's holding you back from being fulfilled is you. Seven of Swords. Because you're not believing that you can have that life you want. You're not believing that you're good enough to have that life. You're not believing that you can escape this negativity, when the truth is you are a lot stronger than you give yourself credit for. On top of that, your brain is more powerful than you actually acknowledge. You know, at the age of 17, just to share a story, at the age of 17, I went through my spiritual awakening. From the ages of 12 to 17, I was severely depressed. Severely depressed. Very unhappy with my life. Didn't care for it, didn't want to live, didn't want to do anything. I was stuck in a very bad depression. And at 17, my life changed because I took accountability for the fact that I need to pull these swords out of my back. I need to pull these swords out of my chest. I need to pull these swords out of me. Nine of Swords. I realized that if I wanted to swim, I had to be the one to allow myself to swim. I had to start doing it. And it really is just that simple sometimes. I was letting myself sink because I didn't believe I could swim. But the moment I started to let myself swim, the moment I started to look at things in a more positive manner, the moment I started to cut off the anchor, cut off the baggage of the shit that doesn't need to resonate in my life no more, the moment I started becoming more present in my day-to-day life, the massive difference I saw. I became a happy person. I became a positive person. I became a motivational and goal-driven person. I saw a freaking glimpse of what I wanted my life to be, and I went ahead and made that shit happen. So Capricorn, you can do it too. I promise you that. You can do it too. You just have to believe in yourself. And I feel like a lot of you guys aren't giving yourselves enough credit here. A lot of you guys aren't believing in yourselves. You can have all this abundance, but you got to start swimming. You got to cut that anchor off. Don't let yourself drown. Don't let yourself sink. You got to start swimming. All right. In regards to where energies are lining up for Capricorn here throughout November 2020, Page of Swords, Page of Cups, Queen of Swords, it's all going to come down to if you're going to allow yourself to have the chance to change your life or if you're going to remain the same. Queen of Swords. So, I hate that I'm being so repetitive in this reading, Capricorn, but I'm trying to prove a point. Are you going to sink or swim? The choice is yours. If you feel like you're never going to get out of this negative place, and if you don't believe that there's actual happiness out there for you, if you don't believe the life that you desire actually can be yours, you're not going to swim. You're going to sink. But what if I told you, Capricorn, that everything you desired to come true in your life is 100% possible and could be yours if you put the work in? I would hope that that would change your mindset. I would hope that that would waken you to recognize, all right, man, it's time to swim. It's time to get to work. It's time to get myself back on track. It's time to get popping. It's time to make my life the motherfucking life I've always desired. You know, some of you Capricorns here may be questioning, well, Ant, what if I find a great job and a great career and I'm stable in my finances, but then how do I get love? Here's the thing, guys. When you focus on creating your best life, everything that you want in that life will manifest. So, for example, if you're working on yourself, loving yourself, taking care of you, following your dreams, right? You're doing all that. You're living your best life. Of course, the best lover will have to come in. Of course, the best job will have to come in. Of course, the best friends will have to come in. Because when you acknowledge that you are going to manifest your best life, you're going to create your best life, everything that you can imagine being in that life will perfectly manifest into it. So when it comes towards love, you'll get the right lover, you'll get the right job, you'll get everything that you've always desired. A lot of you guys are wondering, how do I get there? The first step is to believing that you can get there in the first place. The first step is believing that it exists, right? So start believing that you can swim. Start believing that you can pull yourself out of this negativity first and start feeding the life you desire. Go ahead and go get job interviews. Go ahead and allow yourself to get out there and meet new people. Start listening and reading books and gaining knowledge that helps you with your mental health. Start taking a look at things such as manifestation in the world, right? A great book I'm going to recommend all you Capricorns right now is reading Psycho-Cybernetics. I don't remember who it's written by, but read Psycho-Cybernetics. Fantastic book. In that book, you'll see that if you believe in a certain perception of the life that you desire to have, you will have that life. Point blank, period. So Capricorn, if you believe that you can be living a life that fulfills you, where you have the best job, where you have the best family, where you're incredibly happy and grateful, you can make that life exist. But it's all going to start with your belief. As for the outcome, please, for Capricorns throughout November 2020, what do we got going on for the overall Capricorn? Or for the overall outcome? I said the overall Capricorn. That was funny. What do we got for the overall outcome? Justice. All it's going to take is balance. You have to be willing to let yourself float. You have to be willing to let yourself swim. It's going to come down to balance, dude, with that Justice card there. You know, Capricorn, I'm going to tell you this. You've been so used to sitting in the Nine of Swords energy for so long. You've been so used to swimming in negativity that it's time for you to experience the flip side. Give yourself the chance here, guys, to be happy. Give yourself the chance here to let go of your burdens. Give yourself the chance here to believe in yourself. And I'm serious, man. You're going to see a drastic and beautiful change in your life. Okay? So Capricorn, I would definitely take my advice on this one. I think it is worth giving yourself a chance. I think it's worth giving yourself a chance to swim. I really do. Okay? Now keep in mind, guys, of course, this reading may not resonate with you. And if it does, that's awesome. If not, it's not your message. But for the Capricorns, this does resonate too. I'm very sorry that you guys have been going through it lately. I'm very sorry that you've been feeling very trapped in your own personal hell because, guys, we all go through periods like this in our life. And what's so awesome about life is that shit's very temporary. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Nine of Swords doesn't last forever. Eventually, something makes you get out of the Nine of Swords energy. You know? So there's many things about life that can be temporary, including depression, including negativity, including where our life is currently at. So that's why it's always great to say, hey, if you may feel like you're at rock bottom, there's going to be a moment where you're feeling like you're at the top. And Capricorn, I think this month is going to be the month for you to go ahead and get to the top. All right? So Capricorn, I hope it made sense, guys. I know I kind of went in all different directions today. I'm sorry about that. I hope the reading made sense to you. I hope you found it valuable. And if it resonates, amazing. If not, it's not your message, guys. But have an awesome and amazing rest of your November. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If anybody here is new and you fuck with the channel and you fuck with the vibes, come on down and subscribe. But either way, Capricorn, have an awesome and amazing rest of your November 2020, guys. And I will see you guys in your next video. Take care, guys. Believe in yourselves. And trust me, you're going to see a massive difference in your life, okay? Shout out my Capricorn gang. I'll see you guys later. Peace.